Alright, welcome to the GM's Dice. This is going to be my attempt at making a how-to video. I have quite a few people from the Star Wars Tides of Change role-playing game club asking me to make them overlays for their games, for their characters. And I don't mind doing it, but it would be really nice if everybody knew how to make their own. So I'm making this. Hopefully Screen Share decides it wants to work for me. I use a program called GIMP. Now there are plenty of other programs, Photoshop, PowerPoint, and a multitude more that I could go on listing names for quite a while. But GIMP is a free program, and so we're going to go ahead and try and get started with this. Let's see here. Okay, that did not work. Let's try again. Stick with me here. I'm trying to get this to work right. Okay, hopefully now you guys can see the GIMP, the GNU Image Manipulation Program. Now, when you first download this, you may have to, when you go to File, you'll go to New. Now, when you first download this, you may have to change the width and height pixels. Width of 640, height of 400 works perfect. When you go to New, it'll bring up Create New Image, then you'll come down to Advanced Options. You'll go to Fill With, you'll change your background color to transparency, then hit OK. Then you get this little screen that's got all these checkered marks and everything on it. This, when you're actually using it, will show up clear. The little checkered marks just give you something so you can see it now while you're making it. Then your next thing to do is come back up here to File. Then you go down to your fourth option, which is Open as Layers. Click on it. You'll go to wherever you have pictures that you've downloaded from the web. I go to Pictures, and then because most of my stuff is Star Wars, I go to SW Characters, which is my file for Star Wars characters. I try to keep all of my pictures in folders. I have a bunch at the moment that are not in folders. Now, the easiest way to do this is that when you pick your picture, you pick a picture that is already a PNG file. That means it's already cut out, there's no background. Then all you have to do once you select your photo is resize it. Come up to Layers, go down to Scale Layer. I usually adjust the height rather than the width. And for the height, now it's going to vary per picture what height is. depending on where your box marker is at. With this one, the marker is right at the top of the head and at the bottom of the feet. So I'm going to set this one to 275. And we hit scale. That brings the scale of it down just a little bit. I'm going to move this over here to the side. Now you can put it on either side. I prefer to have mine on the right hand side. Whenever you're watching a video, it shows up being on the player's right. Now when you're watching the video, it is on the left hand side of the screen. Then you come back up to File. I already have the Star Wars Tides of Change role-playing clubs club overlay saved. So I again go to Open as Layers, go to Pictures. I go to the file that I have the club base overlays on. I've got each basic overlay: Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, Force of Destiny. Now, for all purposes, we're going to say this character is an Edge character. Boom. Your overlay shows up. Now, because I don't like having this white box, I then come over to the eraser. I select a solid eraser rather than one that has the faded edges. And so I'm not erasing back and forth forever. I raise up the size of my eraser. I then erase the box so that all I have is my character standing here. Now, if you don't like exactly where everything's placed, you can adjust it a bit. Now, this is the easiest way because I chose a file, a picture that was already a PNG. You've got your picture, you've got your basic overlay surroundings. Then you select your text tool. And we select a color. Lighter colors show up nice when you're playing, make it easy for people to read that are watching, and easy to read for the GMs running the game. Then you select your text. GIMP comes with hundreds of fonts already in it, and you can download plenty of other fonts off the internet, like I have done. I've got specific Star Wars fonts. I like the Star Jedi outline. I select it. I raise my font size. I like size 30. Makes it just big enough that it's easily to read and it doesn't get in anybody's way. Now you come out here and you create your box to write in. Sorry. Once you've created your box to write in, you type in your name. Now this character is a Duros, so rather than come up with a name or anything, because this is just an overlay, I'm just simply going to type in Duros. And then I space, backslash, and I like to put in what the characters are as far as their career. So for this one, we're going to say it's a smuggler. Type in smuggler. Now you come up here to your move tool. You select your item and you drag it down here to wherever you want it. I like to put them somewhere near the middle to where they have close to even spacing on each side. Then once you've got that, that's really all you have to have. And you can personalize this however you want. You can put your names down at the bottom. Granted, this one's not going to show up well because it's light on top of a light background, but I put them here. Now, you can personalize it a little more and select your text again. And just for fun, let's go all the way up to the top here and let's select Aurebesh. Aurebesh is the Star Wars Galactic Basic writing. I've got multiple different types of Aurebesh. I found I like the bold italic. So then we come in here and okay, so they're a smuggler, and we put something in kind of cheesy or whatever you want really. But for smuggler, let's see, let's give them a nice box here for writing in, and we'll type in money box, and you know the rest of the saying. Select our move tab again, and you can put it here underneath them, you can put it up here above them, or put it here. And okay, now it's over the top of my character. You don't want it over the top of your character, you want your character to stand out. So we've got our money talks box selected here. We come to these up and down arrows, and we bring that one down until it's behind the character. Bam. Your overlay is personalized. It's got the character's name and their career. You could even put in what species they are if you wanted. Now you come up here and you, well, first you got to come back to the top of your list of layers. Then you come to your layer file or section, and you come down to merge down, which should be your, let's see, 6th option down, and you merge down, and you continue to do so numerous times, however many layers you have, until on the side over here in your layer section you just have one layer. Now overlay is nearly done. Then we come back over here to file again, select file, come down to export as, select export as, and then up here you give it a title. So for this one, again, Duros, and then you select where you want it to be saved to. I have my lower thirds or overlays have their own files. I have my characters and a bunch of other ones that I've made for other people. So I've selected this file, and because it's not my character, I'm not going to put it in my characters. I'm going to take it and just export it so that it goes into the overlay file, and you select export. You're done. Now you can X out of that, discard changes. Now if you want to make another one, go back to file, select new. Now you do not have to change this to transparency the second time around, as long as you haven't shut down the program. Every time you shut down the program, you will have to come into new, go to advanced options, and change it to transparency. Now because this is the second time in the same round, I haven't shut down the program. It's already on transparency. So I just select OK. Now it's the same as last time. Go to File, Open as Layers. We go to Pictures. Now we go to our file that has all of our character pictures, Star Wars files. Now we come down here. This time, you know, we didn't find a picture that we liked that was already a PNG file. So it's a JPEG. Select our picture. Now this picture is decent size. I think I'm gonna blow it up just a little bit. So again, we go to scale layer, go to height. Now, just like last time, we're gonna take that height to 275. Hit scale. Picture's a little larger now. Now, up here in your toolbox, should be your third one over, there's a free select tool. Now this works better than using just your simple scissors tool. The scissors tool tries to make as straight a line between your whatever points you select. This free select allows you to make curved lines and all sorts of things. Now, we blow this picture up so it's easier to cut it out. I like to have my picture centered. Oops. Did not mean to click there, so we go ahead and we change that real quick, and then we can go back to our free select tool. Now, you can do this by simply selecting a point, click on it, drag over, click again. Or you can find your point, you can left click, hold your left click down, and follow the outline of whatever it is that you're trying to cut out. Now, this would take, or will take, a few minutes to do this. And I'm not trying to be real perfect and real steady doing this cutout job. Now, if I was doing this and actually wanted this to be an overlay for a character, I would be trying to take a whole lot more time to be precise in where I'm cutting and how I'm cutting. So that way I'm not having jagged lines. I don't wind up with a bunch of stuff that I have to come back in and erase over the top of, or try to shade and color back in to fill it back in. This is me just showing you how to do it. So we outline it. Now I'm continuing to left click and just drag my cursor across this so that it cuts it out. Now when you get back to your original dot, like so, you can downsize your picture again, hit Control C. It then copies the image. It'll show up over here. You then come up to layer. And if you don't want to use these things here, you can just right click on the specific layer in your layers brushes section on the right hand side of the screen and select delete layer. That picture's disappeared. Now Control V to paste our picture back on here. Boom, it shows back up. Now this picture has still got the white in between the legs, underneath the arm, or in behind the arm. So we select our eraser. Still has the solid eraser that we chose. Now we reduce the size of that eraser all the way down to a 1 or a 2. We blow our picture up. Bring our picture back into the center here. And we proceed to erase all that white or whatever it is that is in the background of the photo. This one it's white, so we erase all the white. We do that here in the hand as well. And we come back up here. We need to reduce the size of our, there we go, 1. That's erased. This little spot here, we can erase it as well. Oh, there's another spot there. Get that erased. Now, there's sections here along the wrist that I could erase and all that. But again, I'm not actually going to keep this. So we've got our picture all cut out. Select our move tool. Move this thing over here. And just like last time, well, unlike last time, we go to layers and we anchor our picture to the layer. Then go to File, open as layers, and now just like last time, we go to Pictures. We go to our file that has our basic overlay, and this time we're going to say we're using Force and Destiny. So select Force and Destiny. Again, I don't like these black boxes. So we erase. We blow up our eraser so it's nice and big and we're not erasing for a week. And we erase the black box. And come to our text tool. It's still in Aurebesh. Nobody else is going to actually be able to read Aurebesh. So again, we change our font. You can use any font. I've got Star Wars fonts. We select our font. We have our color chosen. We have our size already, so we don't have to change anything. And again, we make our box. And we type in whatever it is. This one to me, I'm just going to write in Dark Jedi. And again, move tool. Move it to wherever you want it. Middle, down here at the bottom. You want to put it underneath them, wherever you want it. I like it in the middle, like I said. Then just like last time, come to layers. You go to merge down. And you do it again. Do it however many times you have to until you have just the one layer here. Then again, File, Export As. Name your file. So, Dark Jedi. It's already selected where it's going to go from the last one that we just made. So, simply hit Export. Then when this box shows up, you simply hit Export again. Now, it's exported. And we're done, so we discard changes. We don't have to make any more overlays. So we're done making overlays. Close the program. Simple as that, guys. It's really not that difficult. Now, I did make it look fairly easy, but I've been doing it for a while with this program. There are plenty of other things that you can do with this program. You can bevel edges, you can add shading, you can do all sorts of stuff with it. I didn't show you how to do that because I normally don't do that. Now, if it's a character that I'm going to be using in a long-running campaign, then sometimes I do, just simply because I want to add that little extra personalization to it. But for the purpose of showing you how to make your own, I didn't do it. If you want to do that stuff, play with the program, figure it out. It's tricky, but it's not hard. Again, GIMP, GIMP, It is a free program. It's not as good as Photoshop, almost as good, but not quite there. But you can't beat free. I've got 3 kids. I've got better things to spend my money on than Photoshop. Now, I hope you guys have found this video useful, and I hope that the screen share worked properly and you guys were able to see exactly what I did. If you couldn't see anything or couldn't see something that I was doing, or if I went too quickly, feel free to comment, ask questions. I'd be happy to explain to you how it works. Aside from that, thank you for watching. I hope you stuck through to the end, especially seeing how I tend to ramble sometimes. Hit the like button, leave me comments. I'll continue to make videos. I'll see you again soon. I've got a game scheduled for, let's see, Monday the 22nd at 10 p.m. I hope you come by to watch. Thanks for watching the GM's Dice. I'll see you guys later.